Welcome back to the Film and TV channel. Hope you're all staying safe and well. We have a movie review today. An interesting one. Yeah, I do book the trend on this one, guys, but we'll have a talk about it. A very popular film, a very well-liked film as well. I'm going to look at a film called Licorice Pizza. Yes, I've never had that. Have you had it? I haven't, that's for sure. So we're going to have a look at that today. The channel's now monetized, so you will help the channel going forward, guys. If you watch any of the ads or follow any of the links, etc., and visit the advertisers, it will help this channel going forward. And, of course, my other channel, my Citizen channel as well. So if you can do that. If not, just press that skip button, guys. It doesn't matter, but if you can help me out, that'll be absolutely brilliant. And please, all thumbs up, much appreciated. Give us your thumbs up, that'd be great. Tell your friends, push that notification button, press that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And it's certainly helped me going forward. I hope I try and inform and entertain, as you know, in these vlogs. So let's have a look at Licorice Pizza today. I'll try to inform and entertain you on this one. Yeah, interesting. A 15 certificate, 2 hours, 13 minutes. Whew, a long time. It's a coming-of-age comedy drama written and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. Yeah, it stars Alana Haim and Cooper Hoffman. They're in their film debuts. They do okay. A lot of people are raving over them. Oh, I'm not going to rave over them. They were okay. They were fine. Sean Penn also stars. Tom Waits, Bradley Cooper. Yeah, Benny Safdie. Yeah, some interesting sort of not cameos because they're in it for a little while, but sort of cameos, extended cameos if you like. It was released in the US. Selected theatres over there, obviously theatres, and we call them the pictures over there, theatre or cinema, theatres on November the 26th, 2021, and was, sorry about the accent, and was widely released on Christmas Day, 2021. I think it's having its run. I think it's still having a run here in the UK, or it might have gone off by now, but it was on, certainly on last week as I'm recording this. I'm recording this on the 1st of February, 2022, and all comments and scores was at that date at 9 AM UK time. So is it any good? Well, a lot of people like it. Rotten Tomatoes, 260 reviews, 237 fresh and just 23 rotten, and 91% positivity. And its average rating, very impressive, 8.4 out of 10. The website summing up of this film, Licorice Pizza finds Paul Thomas Anderson shifting into a surprisingly comfortable gear and getting potentially star-making performances out of his fresh-faced leads. There you go, as I said, they did a good job, yeah, I must admit, but I wasn't blown away. Rotten Tomato audience, yeah, they still liked it, 3.7 out of 5, so that's 7.4 out of 10 if my maths is correct. So still a very, very good score. Their consensus, so a little bit more cryptic and a little bit more, not negative, but a little bit more doubting, if you like. Licorice Pizza might make you nostalgic for your own youth, if you don't mind drifting through what passes for its plot, that is. So there you go. A little bit of a dig, although as I said, very positive. Metacritic, the other little critic site we look at, 55 critics have left a review, and 90 out of 100 rating positivity-wise. That can't be bad, can it? It's got to be a good sign, of course. Universal acclaim, they call it on there. If you look at Wikipedia, go on their page. Hollywood Reporter's David Rooney, well, he scored it 70 out of 100, so he liked it, but there was, again, just a little bit of an aside on it. The movie, particularly in its meandering second hour, often leaves you wondering where it's going, more in frustration than curiosity. Yet you give it 70, which is fair enough. Interesting that how you know, there are faults with this film. A lot of people seem to be forgiving those faults for the overall package. Variety's Peter De Brugger, he gave it 90 out of 100, 90 out of 100, he was impressed. Licorice Pizza, he said, delivers a piping hot jumbo slice of life. Look at how it felt to grow up on the fringes of the film industry, circa 1973. Yeah, I did enjoy that aspect of it. I mean, there was potential there as a 13, 14-year-old in 1973. I could probably relate to the 15-year-old hero in this film, if you like. Well, yeah, I did have crushes on older women, etc. I wasn't quite as confident as this young man is, but there it is. Internet Movie Database, Joe Public. Well, again, as in Rotten Tomatoes, very positive, 7.9 out of 10. That's quite a higher than I thought, to be honest with you, but that just shows that I'm probably in a big minority here on this one, and I will explain that to you in a moment. That's 22,218 scores and reviews. Of course, I've ignored the 10 out of the 10s because there's about 4,000 of those. I mean, 4,000, sorry, it's not 10 out of 10, nowhere near 10 out of 10. There's a few 1 out of 10s, about 400 or 500 1 out of 10s as well. So if you take out them, it's still very good, very good. 16,798 people scored it between 6 and 9 out of 10. That's 90% of the total of what I'm looking at. So that's 90% positivity, if you like, because only 1,698, just 10%-ish, scored it between 2 and 5 out of 10. So here we go, my little thoughts on this. As I said, I'm going to go against the flow with this one. I do like quirky. I like quirky films. It's not that because I'm 63 this year and it doesn't appeal. I like quirky films. I'll mention a couple in a minute that I liked. Well, one was fairly recent, one was a few years back. One's on the wall behind me, which I call quirky and coming of age. I thought it was one of my favourite films of all time. It sits there up on the wall. I'm not talking Miss Congeniality. So, yeah. This, though, intriguing to begin with. It certainly grabbed me. And as I said, I did look forward to this because I thought I was going to get something different to what we did get. But for me, it goes very, very monotonous, unfortunately, too quickly. It's not as always, last third. It's probably before halfway I began to wane just a little bit with it. And it just get a little bit just stupid for me, just stupid and silly in the last half of the film. There's some okay acting, as I said. Certainly not as impressed as other people were. And I did notice in the cinema or the pictures or the theatre, wherever you are, that there was a lot of laughing and smiling and at the start of this film. But it was noticeable as the film, for me, dragged on. I'll use the word dragged on. That sort of stopped a little bit. There wasn't so much smirking and laughing in the cinema at what was going on the screen, which is very, very noticeable. And obviously everyone has stopped not laughing. There's the occasional thing that made me smile or laugh, just a comment or a scene, but most of it was just ludicrous and silly for me. I would rather go back. This sort of tells you where I'm coming from with this and the sort of films I like and still like now. I would rather go back and watch something like Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah, I've given the clue. It's there in the background. Again and again, rather than have to watch this again, to be honest with you, or suffer it again. I will use that word as well. Jojo Rabbit, go back 2 or 3 years. Excellent, brilliant film. Loved it. Fantastic. I enjoyed that. In fact, I'm so old, guys, anyone of my age, or perhaps even not my age, but you want something a bit quirky, go back to the old lemon popsicle, the classic lemon popsicle, the Israeli/West German offering from the late 70s, and there was various sequels in the 80s. I'd rather go back and watch that again, to be honest, than watch this again, even with the bad English dubbing, which it was at the time. Fantastic films that I enjoyed in my teens and obviously into my 20s and 30s. I've probably watched those. I've not watched them for a long time. I might go back now and watch one just to sort of get rid of the taste of this latest offering that I've just had to watch. Films for me, as I said, those films I've just mentioned were quirky and very watchable, but this is quirky and starts off okay and just doesn't fill it, doesn't do it for me, to be honest with you. It was 45 minutes too long, at least, probably an hour too long. An hour and 20 minutes might have done it. It might have survived and been okay as a watch. But obviously it was too up itself as well for me, too far up itself. I believed it was cleverer than it was. Very disjointed storyline, which can be okay, but it just didn't work in this. An apparent love story between a minor and an adult, if you don't get me, that's fair enough. That's quirky, isn't it? It's like, like Hitler appearing and stuff like that, but it's quirky, but didn't quite work for me again, the theme of the story. And it's a shame because everything in its place, say the setting, the 1970s, people trying to get on the acting circuit, or everything, the time period, the backdrop, etc., all seemed to be the right sort of thing. But unfortunately, after an initial interesting opening, it just sort of meandered and sort of fizzed out for me. And it's all well below the sum of its parts, unfortunately, for a movie that is getting rave reviews. And don't get me wrong, it is getting rave reviews. I certainly won't put you off watching it. You may enjoy it like many, many others have done, but I just thought it was very, very disappointing. I was looking forward to this. I didn't watch any trailers. I didn't read any previews of it. I just literally watched it on the basis that, oh, that sounds quirky, that sounds good. Perhaps another Napoleon Dynamite or whatever. But unfortunately for me, it just didn't appeal. That's how it is. So, rating, yeah, possibly I would have given it a 6 out of 10, perhaps for the first 30, 45 minutes. It was okay. It was watchable. But by the time it ended its 2 hour 10-15 minute run, whatever it was. I just found it horrible. Well, not horrible, but not very good. So I'm not going to rate it. I'm not going to rate it at all, because I'm not going to say 6 out of 10 for the first 45 minutes and 1 out of 10 for the last hour and a quarter, hour and 20 minutes. I just won't rate the film, and that's what I do. If the film has totally unimpressed me, I'm not going to rate it. As I said, I'm in the minority. Let me know what you think, guys. Do you agree with me, or do you think there was stuff I'm missing in this? As I say, I did give it a good chance, and I did want to enjoy it. That's the thing. Sometimes when you want to enjoy something, perhaps that's a bad thing. And as I said, I did quite enjoy the opening, the first 30-45 minutes, but after that, it just didn't really appeal at all. Let me know what you think, guys. Anyway, it's all opinions, isn't it? Of course it is. Anyway, thanks for watching. Everybody do the rest of the day. Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More important, let's all look after each other. To meet here again on a film and TV channel. I only ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.